Yeah, for years, I balanced my life with advocacy at the side while I had a full-time successful career in the business development world. I was a business development director actually in 2017 when all this nightmare started. Um, I say I had life actually before that. I'm a mother. I have children. Between me and my husband, we have 5 children. And
Wow.
I had hobbies. I love art. I used to make all kind of, like a little like handcrafts things like necklaces and earrings. And I used to sew. I used to knit, cross stitch. I love the outdoor life. Um, But everything changed in 2017 when Beijing's repression escalated to full-scale genocide with mass detention, collective punishment, forced labor, forced sterilization, forced abortions, and all sort of everything you name it about most horrific atrocities against a human being. And by April 2017, over 1 million Uyghur people went missing, including 24 members of my husband's family, my parents-in-laws, all of my husband's siblings and their spouses and their children. And then I took lunch break from my regular work on September 5th, 2018. I still remember like yesterday. I told my boss that I'm taking a little long lunch today instead of 1 hour. I said, I'll be back in a couple hours. I went to participate on a public panel at Hudson Institute in Washington, D.C., one of the think tanks. I still remember, like yesterday, what I was worrying, how I came in. The title of the panel was Xinjiang Emergency. And I was one of the panelists. And the session was televised on YouTube, live reported on YouTube. And I was speaking about Chinese government's crimes against humanity, exposing all the genocidal policies, and the outlining the fate of my in-laws. 6 days after that, my sister, Dr. Gulshan Abbas, a retired medical doctor, she disappeared. The Chinese government sent the police, took her from her home in Urumqi. Later, we found that she was sentenced to 20 years under the sham charges of terrorism. She's not a political person, but instead, she actually, cared for people to provide medical needs. She was just a respected elder in the community. She was taken to punish me and as an attempt to silence me, my voice, and my advocacy. And what I did was, instead of sitting and waiting and hope for my sister to be free, I quit my job and I doubled down, tripled on my efforts. I became a full-time activist, thanks to CCP, actually, to taking my sister. I'm sorry, you can cut that off if you don't. But it just, sometimes makes me feel sarcastic that how ridiculous this government is. I have been living in the United States for 36 years now. And I love the freedom and democracy in this country. I love my sister. That love I have for my sister, for my people, for my homeland, the love I have for the freedom and the democracy in this country, that's what's keeping me every day and refuel me with energy and strength to fight harder. And that's what I have been doing, and that's what I will be doing.
So there was a different route you could have taken, which is just to realize that they took your sister because of your work And if you stopped doing all your activism and just kept your mouth shut, that maybe they'd release your sister, right? Because it's your fault for being involved in activism in the first place, right?
Possibly. Yeah, possibly, because I knew immediately that it's because of me, because of what happened to my father when he was alive with his job. And this is how the CCP acts, It's like a mafia, most barbaric system in the world. Instead of go after the people who's responsible for whatever they are doing, they come after their loved ones. So I was faced with a choice, with a decision at that time to stay silent and hope to, possibly free my sister by mercy from this barbaric, brutal government, or speak louder and confront the erasure of an entire nation of Uyghur people and speak louder for the freedom and the democracy that's being at stake, which is not just mine, my sisters, or my people's, but for the future of the free world, entire world.
Yeah, it's interesting. The CCP, it uses political violence and hostage taking. Like, I feel like there's a word for that. Terrorism.
Yes. State terror of the CCP against humanity. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also that, like, the CCP thinks that it was going to take your sister and lock her up to stop you from speaking. But instead, they've basically made you more powerful, right? Like they've now accidentally created a force to be reckoned with.
Right. Yeah. And because of continuously holding my sister, today she's in jail. Every morning I wake up thinking what kind of conditions she's being held at, how's her health, what she's doing, if she's all right, All these thoughts not only continuously make me fight every single day, but also same time provides me platforms like this one and all the international stages, because I'm a sister of a victim, current victim who's in jail. And I put name, face, and the story for this genocide.
Thank you for watching. A link to Rushan's book, Unbroken, is below, and this clip was just one short highlight from our hour-plus long podcast. When you join us at ChinaUncensored.tv, you'll be able to download the full podcast and get exclusive deep dive episodes. But more importantly, you'll be standing up to the CCP. Link is below.